Good morning, y'all. I'm a little bit late, and I use this deck, so I need to shuffle. Ooh. The Hierophant and the High Priestess. All right. Then got up under this bright ass light. I gotta take off my slippers. I missed y'all. Damn, y'all. I hope I got that mosquito that was stalking me. I didn't tell you to stop. All right, let's see what the angels have for us. Ooh. Yep. Ooh. Soup-Loff. Y'all, my setup is leading to a bit of dissatisfaction. All right, here we have Soup-Loff, the Angel of Verdancy. I think of it as cornucopia. Ooh. And at the bottom, we have Raziel, the Angel of Mysteries. Sometimes I want to disappear. All right. Just so everybody knows, yeah, I was fine. And if anybody read my post, it was just a set of mundane things that just didn't feel like staying in flow. And I've been briefed, I would say, that I'm not supposed to make this happen through strife, anxiety, 10th house. That it's supposed to come kind of easy. So instead of coming on here, what I did, ooh, the sun. Happy birthday, Libra. That's my midheaven. Is what reminded me that it's Libra season. No. Rihanna. You the one. This is really, in Lincoln Park. Rihanna, Kid Cudi, Stevie Wonder, Nine Inch Nails, and the Fugees. That feels like too many. Lincoln Park as well. I feel like I said that. Well, instead of coming on here, Adele, I did some cleaning, organizing. I cooked one of my favorite things to eat, and it came out perfect. I soaked in a bath for almost 2 hours and still got to bed on time. Earth, Wind, and Fire. What? CeeLo Green. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Let's groove tonight. Share the spice of life. CeeLo Green. I see you driving around town with the girl I love, and I'm like, fuck you. I guess the change in my pocket wasn't enough. I'm like, fuck you, and fuck her too. Said if I was richer, I'd still be with ya. Well, ain't that some shit? And although there's pain in my chest, I still wish you the best with the fuck you. This says, okay, it's right. Meredith Pierce. That is that's a movie of like great controversy in my home. The home I was raised in with my pop, the cinephile. I cannot remember who stars in it. Maybe Vivian Lee. Joan Crawford or Bette Davis. I get them mixed up because I believe one played in a movie as the other. I could be wrong entirely, but fuck it. Meredith Pierce is about a woman whose husband divorces her in like the 1930s. And at this time, divorce is a disgrace. At this time, divorce is like a disgrace. And it's typically blamed on the woman. And while she wasn't, I don't believe like she was perfect. The bottom movie is Guardians of the Galaxy. And underneath that is Freeway. The Reese Witherspoon joint. Is this deck upside down? Yes, it is. But what do we have here? I feel like it was meant to be this way. 5 of Wands in reverse. 8 of Swords in reverse. Well, he left her broke. And I think he had been having an affair and he ran off with the other woman. And they had 2 daughters together. A very young one, I would say, between the ages of 7 and 9. Still in the reverse. But I feel like that was a mistake because I had already noticed it. One between the ages of 7 and 9, and I would say the other between the ages of 14 and 17. Can't remember what the little girl's name was. She was the sweetheart. The older one was Vita, and Vita was a fucking narcissist. The Star. The Knight of Swords. That's so funny because I think she asked her husband, you know, what am I supposed to do? And he was like, you can make it work. Or he said something to the effect of, I don't know what you're going to do. And she says, make it work. And she does. She becomes the owner of her own restaurant in a time when women weren't even really able to have their own bank accounts without the permission of a husband or a father. The Tower. And she becomes pretty much stinking rich. And the whole movie is kind of like a movie about karma. The older girl was Daddy's girl and Daddy's favorite, even though, as I said, the little one was a sweetheart. And so they were not bad people. So they loved, Karma Police. Arrest this man. Woo. The Karma Police would start playing right now. Interpol. Snow Patrol. I don't know which one it is. Maybe y'all are supposed to listen to the song. Radiohead. Well, Daddy had spoiled Vita. And, you know, because they didn't really know about these things, then they didn't try to explain whether Vita was like that when she was born or not. But the impression that you get is that it's easy for Vita to blend in because of the expectations of women and girls at that time. But all she is interested in is being pretty. She doesn't give a fuck about her mother or how hard her mother has to work in order to defy all odds and support her and her sister. Six of Swords. Eventually, Vita decides that the man that her mother is seeing unmarried, her lover, Nine of Pentacles, yeah, to move on from being left by a Knight of Wands, who was supposed to be, you know, her emperor, to make something of her blessings and become pretty much a self-made millionaire, you know? Well, she's having an affair with a businessman, I think the one that helped her open her business. Huh. He brought one pentacle pretty much to her nine that allowed her... Wow, it's almost like it's telling the story. The Ten of Coins, which is a, you know, solid, stable, completed foundation in the Tower. The Knight of Wands, the Hierophant, Six of Swords, Nine of Coins, Ace of Coins. Okay, well, this dude was sleeping with her but watching her daughter grow. Dirty bastard. And the daughter, because she's a young narc, she picks up on the attraction and begins sleeping behind her mother. Six of Coins, Seven of Cups, Queen of Swords. And before, ooh, no, son of a bitch. Do y'all see this spider? Like, trying to Little Miss Muffet me? Y'all. Like a spider descended right next to my head. Ain't nobody but God. Ain't nobody but God keep it out of my hair, y'all, because I would act a whole fucking donkey on this camera. Live. I don't give a shit. Ooh, raise my temperature. Whew. You know I love you. Okay. Queen of Wands. What happens is that I believe her mother hires a private investigator to find out what it is her daughter has been... No, she's got money missing from her account as it pertains to her restaurant. And she wants to know who's been stealing her fucking coins. She wants justice, right? So she hires a private investigator and she finds out that this man is sleeping with her daughter. And I think she planned something. I'm not sure how it happened, but I think this man ends up dead. And then her daughter, I think her daughter killed the man because he said that he wasn't gonna stay with her, or he was gonna leave them both. And she killed him, Vita, the daughter. And she wanted her mother to take the blame for it. after all that she'd done, and she'd just been a shitty, shitty child. Entitled, expectant, hard to please, snooty as fuck. And Mama said, nah. And when I tell you that that's like, we love to watch that movie for the catharsis at the end when her mama finally gets that little beast up off her back. So now I've told the story. And I forgot to read about the angels. I forgot to read about the angels and the Page of Swords. Over this Queen of Swords, who's over the Knight of Swords, right next to this Four of Swords. I feel like somebody, whether or not we'll see if narcissism comes out. Four of Wands at the peak. We'll see if narcissism and vanity comes out. Three of Swords. And this takes me back to the title, Believe Me I Can. I was listening to music, that song played by Mike Snow, and I said to myself, nope. I said to myself, sounds kind of defiant, even though I believe the song is like a love song. Yeah, the spider. The spider came down right on top of my dome. But I was saved by the blood of Jesus. Assad, where are you at, Sukloff? Sukloff. Okay. Sukloff, angel of verdancy. The wind moves through the grass in waves, carrying with it the seeds of growth. It flows across the landscape and burrows into the cool soil. Beneath the fallow earth, seeds vibrate and burst, changing the loam. The transmuted life, already craving the open air and the ecstasy of sunlight. It is nature and natural for plant life to seek the sky and blessing of the sun. With this simple act, no prayer, the dominion of Sukloff expands. With open hands, Sukloff denies decay and defies entropy. All is verdant where Sukloff wanders. Let your roots take hold and allow the gaze of Sukloff to fall on you. It is the season for blossoming. Signs: a branch, a flower, a seed. That really goes. 10th house is the house of career. Meredith Pierce is about a woman going from a housewife to start her own business and her own career, and it be booming. Okay. Raziel. The keeper, the speaker of truth. All knowledge is pressed within the binding of his book. Raziel stands at the foot of the tree of life and observes all creation, ever diligent witness, forever transcribing the whole of creation. The book is passed to Enoch through his journey into the tree of life. There are some things we simply cannot know, such as the precious narrative of life. We can end the parts of the play, but not the story's end. We can know the parts of the play, but not the story's end. Secrets and hidden endings keep the performance alight and dancing through the universe. Raziel, wrapped on high, our ever-present observer. We dream and fill Raziel's book of mysteries. Our breath turns its pages. Exhale. Tenth house, the realm of status. Zodiac ruler Capricorn, planetary ruler Saturn. element earth, position angular, house type work. As one of the work houses, the 10th house represents our career and our social status. I guess a change in my pocket wasn't enough. It plays a big part in our reputation and how we behave in the limelight. 10th house interactions can be seen between children on the playground as much as they can around the water cooler. Your dream job, your ability to complete large goals, and your unique qualities that advance your career belong to this house. Having an empty 10th house doesn't mean that you won't ever have a career, just as having a full 10th house doesn't ensure you will have the best one. The sign on the cusp of your 10th house is called the midheaven, and it determines where you shine and the types of careers that attract you. The midheaven takes time to develop. Very rarely do you enter your profession without gathering life skills. In a reading, you were about to come into the spotlight at work. If you've been behind the scenes on a big project, you will get the recognition that you deserve. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself and the contributions you have made. The 10th house in a reading can point to a career change. If you were thinking of leaving your current job, make a list of qualities you want your new job to have. What roles do you feel best suited for it? Are you an entrepreneur type, or do you feel more comfortable on a team? Obviously, not everyone can afford or wants to leave their job, so use that list to figure out ways that you can improve your current situation. If you feel like you need more responsibility, ask for it. Keywords: career, status, destiny, promotion, social roles. Social roles is really standing out to me, as it's such a big part. Where you at, son? Such a big part of the Meredith Pierce story. Don't come for me. The ascendant. Yeah. There you are. 5th house rules Leo, element fire, symbols sunflowers, candles, gold, amber, and lions. The sun is the most important and well-known component of our big three. It is our basic identity. Starting with this key piece of our personality, it is from there that the rest of the planets build a complete picture of us. Who we are is our natal chart, and the sun is the first step in bringing this to life. The beautiful and fiery mass holds all the planets in his gravitational pull. Without him, we cease to exist. This understanding of our own mortality is how we develop our ego, which then determines our base motivations in life. The ego wants to evolve into something great. It has a purpose to fulfill that is determined by the characteristics of our sun sign. When we are living in alignment with our sun, we feel an inner calmness. A weakened state can cause us to lack self-confidence and awareness, and an excessive state can cause us to become egomaniacs on a quest of destruction. That's like living in alignment. That was her when she got into her flow, Meredith. And then Vita was the egomaniacal one. In a reading, the sun is the most welcome and joyous card in the deck. His radiance and warmth gives us the confidence to be our best selves. From this point on, anything is possible. He reminds us that our best qualities have been there the whole time. We just needed the light to shine in our darkest corners. Too much sun, however, can be dangerous. At times, it can contradict other parts of your nature. It can bleach and scorch them to the point where you think they may die, but they don't. Life is resilient, and soon little bits begin to regrow. Verdancy. Even when the sun hurts us, we must remember that without it, we wouldn't exist at all. It is okay to throw up some temporary shade when you need relief, but don't hide too long, or you will miss this golden opportunity. I feel like opportunity is coming, y'all. For the collective, the group, our Voyagers. Ego, pleasure, joy, confidence, purpose, vibrance, strength, purpose, and positivity are the key words. All right, now that that's out of the way, I feel like, hey, I'm making good time too, even though I feel like I've been scattered. For Guardians of the Galaxy, I would suggest if anybody's feeling down because they have a lot of work to do that they are in the midst of doing, I would suggest the Guardians soundtracks, especially 1 and 2. It's been on my mind to listen lately, but I haven't. Pardon me. And I feel like I'm supposed to tell y'all that. Pardon me. That was the King of Swords. Ooh. 3 of Pentacles, the Devil. King of Swords. I didn't show you. He's got the, whatchamacallit, the Lima on his chest. In case somebody noticed the symbol and didn't know what it was. Knight of Cups. 7 of Cups. Since I can't tell which it is, I feel like it's both of these things. I think that someone doubted your ability to make it without them. 7 of Cups shows up twice. We have 3 Knights out. So you might be getting a message soon from the very self-same person who thought that you wouldn't be able to make it without them, because they see all these new starts that you're getting. You have an Ace of Coins, Cups, and Wands. Maybe you're getting attention. Three of Swords again. 3 of Swords is here. And here. I don't know, can you? There we go. Ace of Cups is at the bottom. Maybe they're wanting to engage in some competition for your affections. This might be somebody that you hadn't established something with. Look, here's the 8 of Coins. Much like my girl Meredith. Maybe it really stung you seeing how this person, I heard dashed. Like I was looking at the tower, and in my head I heard dashed, like tried to dash your dreams, dash your hopes, fucking dashed the fuck out of your foundations with them. Whatever else they were trying to do, they succeeded in that. And in an unexpected way, because this 9 of Cups over the 7 of Cups and the 6 of Swords tells me that maybe you never saw this in them. Much like nobody really saw Vita, or the little grimy bitch that she actually was. She was really pretty, had great manners, but she was foul. But as long as, as long as a narcissist is getting their supply how they want, they're good. Wow. I feel like I heard run off on the plug. Like they tried to leave you in a spot. I guess the supply wasn't supplying like it did originally, and they resented that and resented you for it. And felt like you did them something, like you did them dirty. And I feel like maybe what you were giving did change. But because you had something else that you had to prioritize. Maybe it was like with Miss Meredith, she had 2 children to take care of, and that very typical housewife dynamic. And obviously, her husband had stopped appreciating her a long time before, so she was unpartnered, you know? No real companionship and appreciation for her value and what she brought. Instead, she was viewed as being in the reverse because she didn't have yet more to give to the grown-ass man who pretty much his whole life was just going to work and coming home and spoiling his daughter, possibly rotten. So this might be somebody, maybe you were married, are married, separated in the course of divorcing. Wow. Divorcing in the midst of separation and healing. Gestating something new. Like you might even be long divorced or long enough divorced that you started something new. And you're looking fantastic, might I add. People are noticing. Maybe at one point you were rough around the edges and you were defensive, but you don't feel like you have to be that anymore because the wheel has spun in your favor. Ace of Swords. What I've been talking about is factually true. And this person who has, I believe they moved on too. This person might want to head back your way to sabotage you. Maybe when they left, you were still very attached to them. And I don't want to say that like you begged or nothing, but maybe you wanted to, you know? I can understand that feeling. I got too much pride to beg for shit, but I've felt that energy, that please, you know? Like, give me some peace, love, and understanding, you know? Look. I feel like you're protected, but I feel like whoever this is not. And what's right underneath that? Magic. I wonder if this person considers themselves some kind of sorceress. Look at that. Feminine. Some sort of sorceress, some sort of freedom there. Warlock. I hesitate to say witch or well, so we saw feminine, here's masculine. Well, this might even be a third party. Either the narky person that left you, real, if not narcissistic, then real self-centered, real wounded, and real in need of getting their shit together. Here, we have victory. So either 2 narky people, 2 wounded, unhealed, distorted people have teamed up, and they are not getting the kind of success that they expected together, but you are. They built their union on top of your hurt feelings. That's why it's not going to work out. It's not. It's always like affair relationships are pretty much doomed because they're built on mistrust and lack of discipline and honoring contracts that you engage in. Here we have austerity, Cepheus, which is sternness, father of Andromeda. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see any of the other, I wouldn't be surprised if we did see any of the other players in intuition and lead. Maybe your intuition has brought you brand new to this video, to this space, so that you could go ahead and get the heads up. The rescue. I heard maybe you might want to consider putting up some cameras. I would say consider staying strapped, because the fucking camera can only do what it do when you're being violated. And look, me and my Cancer moon, 8th house, Mars, Mercury, Lilith, we ain't with violation. Like, sure, the camera can be good for backing up your testimony about what happened, and why the coroner needs to come. Renew. I think maybe a masculine is escaping a karmic, might be wanting to come to you for support. And I would say don't support anybody else more than your self-love and honoring yourself can support. Narcissism. Orion, the hunter. I dropped him on his head and I'm like, I don't really feel like retrieving you, and maybe that's how you feel. And I feel that. Maybe after you've had this, protracted interaction with this kind of energy, you can feel it coming now. Maybe your intuition tips you off. I'll find out what that is in a second. And that, whatever the fuck else am I doing? Okay. Yeah. Heal is in reverse. Evolve in the upright. And Aquarius. Look, it's looking like somebody is not healing. And it's not your job to save them. It's just your job to drink your milk and get big. But that doesn't mean, look, worship. That doesn't mean to forget how you got to where you are, and that even the negative experiences have helped you get there, and to share that message that you are allowed to proudly proclaim what got you through to the narcissist or whoever. Why did I looked over at punishment, and I definitely got the message. Cancer and Scorpio, they might be involved either in your chart or in the chart of people connected to this energetically, that you're allowed to share that message, and that message in itself might be all of the punishment that's required to give this narc an injury. Well, it's like some kind of purifying magic. That might be all it takes to get this person off of your back. To verbalize that you understand the path that you've walked and the part that they played. And it might just They might just ghost you. They might just shut the fuck up and disappear because what are you going to say to that? And it's pretty clear once you make things clear with people that you're not a soft target. Never be a soft target. Somebody wants to come and fuck up your peace and cause chaos in your home, make them work for it. That's what I feel like. I stopped my music and didn't start again. Ooh. And the song that was playing was Metric. Look. I gotta go in a second. But look. Narcissism in the reverse. What? Protect. The bunny of wisdom, even though it says lupus. It should say lepus. And, and lepus should say lupus. You're protected. And I gotta say that in no small part are you protected by yourself. You are protecting yourself. I love it for you. This song, Cringe, by Matt Mason, might be of interest to you. Starting to glass, I said I'm looking like a Batman, smooth criminal. She said my spirit doesn't move like it did before. She said that I don't look like me no more. Yeah, you might be able to see it on this person or their mate, whoever is the implicated party. Also, don't try to rescue anybody from their narcissist. They're also going to have to save themselves, okay, boo-boo? I love you. Be good. Oh, I'll see you tomorrow.